They were here last time. They certainly knew what the deal was. All right, well, we managed to finish everything by 9, so we can start the rest of our docket. I know you've got a busy morning. We made it work out. I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, it is almost 9. Our 9 o'clock case is Amy Klein versus Kara Klein, and I don't see Kara Klein. And then we have Fenrick versus Harris. Amy Klein, can you hear me? You need to unmute your mic. And Ms. Beals, would you come in too, please?
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can, thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Beals, what case are you here on?
Beals versus Lake LLV, Washburn.
All right, yeah, that's set in a few minutes, so you're in the right place.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
We'll let the clock tick for a minute to see if Kara Klein does appear.
Okay. Okay.
Klein time. She also has 10 days to appeal this. We have the part where we sit around and wait. If she's not here in 5 minutes, Ms. Klein, I'm going to go ahead and release you and let the default stand.
Okay.
Up at 9. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
We're sitting here watching the clock tick while we wait for the appointed time. Our first case was, well, we took care of 2 cases before 9, then we had a default, and then we've got your 2 cases, and neither of your tenants are here.
Your Honor, just so you know, my apartment manager could not be here today, so Ms. Finnerman will not be here.
All right, we should be all right. Ms. Klein, it doesn't appear she's gonna be here, so I'm gonna release you again.
Okay.
After time pass, after May 18th, you'd come to the courthouse, bring $15 and ask for a writ of eviction. She's quasi-homeless. That trespass is what also happens with homeless people. So I think she's in and out of there, and but you and her father want her out of there. So again, after that, you can ask for the writ. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, it is 9:10, and I called for this client already. This is Fenrick versus Harris. The file number is 26705 LT. It is a non-payment of rent case. Christine Yancey is here on behalf of the plaintiff. Ms. Yancey, what's the status here? You did send me a proposed judgment. showing rent at $2,470. Is that still accurate?
It is, Your Honor. There have been no payments since I sent that summary sheet over on Wednesday.
And I greatly appreciate those. They make things go so much faster. You started it and several others. Lance Thornton does them. John Bush always did them.
Well, we can thank Judge McManus for that form because he put me on the spot every time about wanting to know the specifics of every single breakdown. So I started doing a cheat sheet
And
for myself.
sometimes I have attorneys come in and they have like a deer in it, like, how much is the rent? And like, what? Yes, it's not so much to ask. So this rent is $650 rent, $40 late fee. Rent went up. It is actually $850 for April, late fee, $850 for May, late fee. Attorney cost of $188.85. So this is subject to default. Without Ms. Finnerman, we don't have a way to know whether they're actually there or not. But
Both of ours are still in their apartments.
all right. Here is Rachel Harris. She's late to her own party. Ms. Harris, can you hear me? Rachel Harris, could you turn your camera on and unmute your mic? We have such a struggle with this. Now we're going to get a walking tour. Looks like a car caught fire. Ms. Harris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You're doing the best you can. You're late, but I can hear you and see you. And
I was
so,
trying to sign in. I didn't have an ID number.
all right, well, you're here now. Title of this case is Finrick LLC versus Rachel Harris and any other occupants. Ms. Harris is here, Ms. Beals is here. Ms. Harris, you're a tenant in a landlord-tenant proceeding. The case is called Finrick 3 LLC versus Rachel Harris, as I said. The file number is 26705LT. Your landlord wants you to pay the rent or move out.
Correct.
I'm going to bring in our next person. Ms. Hughes, good morning. Are you Brittany Hughes, now known as Brittany Poling?
Yeah.
All right, good morning. This is Judge Middleton. Your case is next, but I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to tell everybody. You are a tenant in a landlord-tenant proceeding. Your landlord has asked you to pay the rent or move. As such, you're entitled to hire a lawyer. You're entitled to have a lawyer. You're entitled to hire one. If you cannot afford one, you can see if legal aid would be available to represent you. Legal aid is not here with us today. They usually are. You have a right to have the case heard here in St. Joseph County, where the property is located. You have a right to demand a jury trial. If you wish to have a jury trial, you must tell the court at this first appearance or file a written demand within 5 days. Pay the $50 jury demand fee unless the judge waives it for your inability to pay it. If your landlord has asked you to be evicted from a residential property because you haven't paid rent, you may be able to get assistance from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Community Action Agency, Neighborhood Inc., or if you're a veteran, you may be eligible to get emergency funding. There may also be other sources of emergency housing funding, like the United Way or the Salvation Army or some other places people seek assistance from. You do not need a judgment against you to receive help from the places listed above. Copy of the summons and complaint from your case are sufficient. You may be able to reach an agreement with the landlord by going through mediation. If both parties are interested in that, the court could help set that up. If you can reach an agreement with the landlord, that means the case would get dismissed by a conditional order of dismissal. Attorney Yancey could prepare that conditional order of dismissal. We're about 6 minutes behind, but all things considered, it's not too bad. Ms. Harris,
Yes, Your Honor.
your landlord says you owe $2,470 in rent and $188.85 in court costs for a total of $2,658.85. What do you say to that?
I agree to that because I'm 2 months behind rent because of medical condition, which is
Have
not fair.
you asked for any emergency help?
I did, Your Honor. I had the eviction notice for court of $890. I had applied for the SCR form and DHS.
All right, well, the law requires that I adjourn this matter at least 7 days, which would take us to next Friday, to give you time to do that. What's this one?
And I also did start work. I'm in training right now for Adapt, and I'll be starting, I believe, next week for Walmart for the overnight shift for remodeling.
Your Honor, next Friday, I'm at the probate seminar. Is there any availability on Monday, the 18th?
Yes, I know that seminar is very important to a lot of you. It's a big one. You get a little extra time, Ms. Harris. Oh, the 18th is packed. How about 2?
That's fine. Whatever time on Monday is fine, Your Honor.
Monday, May 18th at 2:15.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Harris, we're going to continue this matter for 10 days to Monday, the 18th. I want you to stay in contact with your manager.
I know I have a
And
3-day I have a 3-day paycheck coming next week. And then that'll be 40 hours after that.
anything you pay, they will apply to your arrearage. You have to pay the whole thing to cure this, otherwise they could ask for a writ of eviction. If you don't, if they get what they ask for, I would give you 10 days from May 18th, which would be May 28th, to either pay the rent or move out. But we'll revisit this by Zoom next week from Monday, May 18th at 2:15 p.m. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll see you at that time.
I thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Poling, you're kind of in the same circumstance. You were Brittany Hughes. Your name, is it Hughes or Poling?
It's legally polling.
All right. Again, your landlord contends that your rent is in arrears, $3,195 plus other money of $443.93 plus court costs, total of $3,801 through May. What's your position?
I've been trying to work to get it, or most of it at least. I have $500 right now that I could pay today. But I got sick. I had COVID from work, and then my wife got COVID, so we were both off work for almost a month.
All right. Now I've got a case set for the 18th. with Crystal polling. She's the plaintiff in that case, so I guess I don't need to. All right, so your plan is to try to catch up on the rent?
Yeah.
Where do you work?
I work at Lake House Assisted Living.
Say that again?
Lake House Assisted Living.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if you want to talk. You're here. It's all that matters.
Well, I'm going to continue this to the 18th of May, Monday, May 18th, 2026, we'll call it. What time did I set the other one for?
Not with the mirror. You stop with the mirror.
I'm going to set it for 2:20. Christine, does that work for you?
Yes, it does, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, same thing. Stay in contact with your manager.
Simpson, no relation.
Morning, Your Honor. Alex Tolzman on behalf of the plaintiff.
You here? They are not here. I don't have counsel. I don't know. Did you guys pay for, well, a couple of things. I don't have service at all.
I don't have the proof of service. I was able to check on the ROA this morning and it does say posted. However, our summons indicates a 10 a.m. Time for today, not an 8:30. So that might be part of the problem as well.
You said you checked online. It says posted. Why isn't mine saying posted?
It's a 4-piece, Your Honor. We have.
Oh, that's why. We got to do something about that.
Posted, so
And when did they put that on?
Central JFCA.
I filed. Okay, put that down. My file should be updated, but I don't. And counsel, you didn't pay for second service.
I believe we did.
Of course. You see second service. All right. Okay. It's a wonderful thing when I set up my file's not right. If you could please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Go ahead with your proofs.
This is a non-payment case. Although, as I indicated, I think there's an issue with the summons on this one as well. So I think at this point, I would just request to adjourn it. I don't have an updated ledger from my property manager either. So there's a bunch of issues this
That's
morning.
weird because mine. Okay, it's just going to be one of those days because my summons indicates, my copy of the summons indicates 8:30. But if
See anything that says 10 a.m.
you don't see anything, but there, she's saying hers was, so I'll adjourn this out. What's my date? I'm going to adjourn this to May 15th, 2026. What time? 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I'll just set it for the second hearing because it looks like everything is, well, I don't know what it looks like, quite frankly.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Well, too late, but thank you. I will. You too.
A better day, a better day.
Yeah, all right. Park at Sagebrush Circle versus Derek Waters II. And also Nina Martinez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jim McCardle on behalf of the plaintiff.
After.
Waters, Martinez. No response. If you'd like to take a default, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
The rent to retain is $3,665.49. The costs are $236 for a total of $3,901.49. We're asking for a writ date of May 18th.
Give me that total again, counsel.
The total is $3,901.49.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount
Thank you,
is any
Judge.
amount with the writ to issue in 10 days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Michelle Cates.
Again, Jim McCardle on behalf of the plaintiff.
And I'm Anthony Hedger, the actual tenant. My mother just owns it.
All right. So Michelle Cates is your mother?
Yes.
All right. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
The rent to retain is $1,440.83. Costs are $183 for a total of $1,623.83. We're seeking a possession only, not a money judgment.
All right, sir. What was your name again, sir?
Anthony Hedger.
Okay. And when do you intend on getting that paid?
Within the next week. Full payment amount. The $1623.80 he just mentioned.
You're going to pay that by what date?
It could be by next Friday, the 15th.
All right. I'll adjourn this out May 15th, 2023, 26, 23. I want to go backwards and down. At 1 p.m. Sir, the earlier you get it paid, the better, so that plaintiff knows they may dismiss. Or if you can pay it Thursday, that would be great also. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, is that Zoom or in person?
That is in person.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day. I'll see you later.
All right. Arbor Knoll versus Woodard, Westridge versus Rivera Acala, Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Jose Amaya, and Westridge Mobile Home Park versus Luis Jarquin. All those matters are dismissed on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I think that might be it for you guys. They left. Okay, bye. Arbor Manor versus Salim Al Aharja.
Morning, Your Honor. James Fink for the plaintiff.
They're here.
And also Hala Al Rasani.
Your Honor, good morning. Yasser Faris on behalf of Hala Arasasi.
All right, I need a camera. And state your name again.
Yasser Faris.
You're an attorney for them?
No, Your Honor. I'm the legal guardian for Hala Arasasi per the file number 25-001-055-GA.
So you've been appointed guardian in probate court?
I am the legal guardian for Hala Arasasi. That's correct.
Okay. So if you'll listen to my question, you were given guardianship in probate court?
Yes.
Mr. Finken, you guys have knowledge of this at all, or?
No, I don't, Your Honor. And could we just, I thought I heard him give 7 digits. Could we confirm the court, the county, and the case number?
What county were you granted guardianship, sir?
Washington, Your Honor.
Okay. And which judge signed your letters of authority or your guardianship papers?
The judge name Julia B.
Outside.
Outside.
Okay.
I'm looking
and
right
can
now,
you give
Your
that?
Honor.
Pardon?
I'm looking right now.
Okay.
And I do have the file number if you need it again.
It's correct, Your Honor. There's a full guardianship. The case, the petitioner was Attorney Battles, and the letters were issued on 10/14/25.
Correct.
All right. All right. What would you like to do, Mr. Fink?
Well, the guardian's here, Judge. I think we should set it for a second hearing.
Yes, all right. I'll adjourn this matter to May 15th, 2026, 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, sir. All right. What I may suggest that you do is you contact Mr. Fink's office to see if this can be resolved prior to that date.
What time, Your Honor, again? Sorry.
12 noon
On date.
on the 15th, next Friday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your
Thank
Honor,
you.
just for your records and Mr. Farris, the total as of today, including
Yes.
costs, is $2,023 even, 2023.00.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arbor Manor versus the Yona Allen.
James Swing.
Oh, that down there.
Hi, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case? Hello.
Including costs is $3,950.
All right, Ms. Allen, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I was gonna do a payment for $1,000 today. Then I was gonna do additional payment on the 15th. And I honestly just gonna see.
How much are you gonna pay? How much are you gonna pay on the 15th?
I can probably pay up to like $600-700 on the 15th. Cause I get paid twice a month. I work for a school.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. I'm going to suggest in the meantime that what you do is contact Mr. Fink's office to see if you can work something out in terms of a payment plan.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Avalon Housing versus Randall McCaleb.
James Swing for the plaintiff.
Okay, yes, sir. Well, hold on. He's on the sheet. What's it say?
For Mr. McCain.
Are you sure? No.
Indicates that he, so it's
Okay. It does indicate that he has that he had one.
and I have the
You have an update. Okay, well,
still needed from the client. Faith in Action is working on it. Also waiting on a letter of lease from the landlord to verify the balance owed for application.
did you hear any of that? When did that update?
Amy just sent me a team message.
Oh, God. Say that again.
Intake was on 5/4, document retrieval stage, a few documents needed from client, which Faith in Action has some. Also waiting for letter of release from the landlord to verify the ledger balance owed for application.
You hear that, Mr. Frank?
No, sir. Your Honor, I trust you to paraphrase reasonably accurately.
What'd you say?
I trust you to paraphrase it.
Yeah, well, you don't want me to paraphrase this because I don't know. It just came in.
The intake was on Monday, 5/4. It's in the document retrieval stage. A few documents are needed from the client, which Faith in Action has some. Also waiting for ledger and lease from the landlord to verify the ledger balance owed for the application.
Sounds like they're in the middle of a process, maybe.
You check the notes right there. I don't have any notes from the client, Your Honor. Usually Avalon gives pretty detailed notes, as you know. They're not in the business of evictions.
Yeah. But they're not here, so I will leave it to whatever your choice is, Mr. Frank. I can either issue a default or we can adjourn it out.
Just to make it clean, I guess I'd like to take the judgment, but let's move the redemption date from the 18th to the 25th.
All right, very good. Go ahead, sir. Oh, do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do. Your Honor, this is an action for non-payment of rent. The defendant owes $2,709.04 The costs are $132 for a total of $2841.04. This is possession only. I've marked it with a writ to issue. If that amount is not paid on or before May 25th, I will add into line 10, Your Honor, that we'll set aside the judgment if paid.
All right, very good. Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession. Redemption amount, any amount requested with a writ to issue the 25th. Avalon Housing versus Ronald Wilson.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Option.
They are not checked in. You may proceed.
Your Honor, I actually thought I saw Mr. Wilson on the screen earlier.
We had an RW signed in.
RW, is that?
No, W not seen.
Ronald Wilson? I don't know. We don't have him.
Oh, I see it. There's a Raquel Webster. Maybe that was it. This is an
Okay.
action for non-payment. The rent due is $2,709.04. The costs are $132 for a total of $2841.04. We request a default judgment with the writ to issue after the statutory period.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Forrest Dole versus Ahmad Ajin.
R.
James
There.
Fink for the plaintiff.
Hey, good morning.
Okay, I'll need a camera, sir. What is the, thank you. What is the plaintiff's claim?
Excuse me. Total is $3852.
3852.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So my goal is, I talked to the people at the office. I was trying to come to like an agreement with them stating that I want to leave the apartment. And then I just want to know like what type of payment options I can do. And just like
All right. Well, when were you think you were planning on leaving?
I can leave by the end of this month.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that what you do, I'm going to put it out 1 week. I'm going to suggest that what you do is contact plaintiff's counsel's office, see if you can work something out in terms of a move out.
Okay.
And then payment of the back arrearage.
Okay. And then how do I contact,
on your papers, there is a number for Mr. Fink's office. The
Okay.
plaintiff's.
okay. And I just contact them.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the number that you use. I'll
Okay,
adjourn
thank
this
you.
out May 15th, 2026, 12 noon.
Yes.
12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, sir, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse. Okay?
Okay. And then if we get everything arranged, I don't have to go, right? Like if everything gets
No,
settled.
you'll still need to come down to arrange everything, otherwise the default will be taken.
Okay. And that's next Friday at 12.
Yes? Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Forrest Dole versus Antonio Elliott.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor, and Mr. Fink. Tracy Jensen for Antonio Elliott.
Hello, Ms. Johnson.
How are you?
I'm good. All right. I have a note that client was approved for funding in the amount of $1,161. I'm assuming that's 80 cents.
I think it's 1618.
1618. Okay, that must be it. I don't know why I have an extra dollar sign or an extra dollar, but okay. So 1618. They were approved on May 5th, 2026. Says here an electronic fund transfer was issued to the landlord on 5/6.
Your Honor, I believe this is fully paid. Barrier Buster's payment should have gone through by now, and then the client has made the additional payment. I sent all the proofs to the Fink team this morning. I'm hoping we can dismiss.
Not today.
You don't have
the
every-
money.
Your client didn't receive the barrier busters funds then, or?
Not as of yesterday when we got the checklist.
Hmm.
So that would be, let's see, 16, 18, 350 short.
Oh, okay. So
Total's 1968, Ms. Jensen.
okay, the most recent ledger I have did not reflect that. And all right, let's adjourn.
May 15th, 2026, 12 noon. In person. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, may I have a really important family medical issue happening that day. Would it be possible?
If you just let my staff know, we'll take care of it in terms of a Zoom.
Why don't we just make it the 22nd?
That's fine.
That way we can make sure we get the funds. If Ms. Jensen knows they're coming, then let's save everybody one appearance.
May 22nd.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Thanks, Mr. Murphy.
It's at 1 p.m. Not a problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Forrest Knoll versus Kaya Blackman.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hello,
Hello, your name?
Taya Blackman.
All right. And what's plaintiff's claim?
$1,177.
All right. Ms. Blackman, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid
Mr. Mullins, right? Yes, sir. We have Mr. Harris in the prosecutor's office. Court is in receipt of the report from probation. We're here today for a hearing on the issue of sealing of the record. Mr. Harris, state opposition on this?
Your Honor, after review of the report, we do not have any objection to the motion.
All right, anything you want to tell me, Mr. Mullins?
Why is it saying it's paused? Look at the red thing's on. It's working.
Anything you want to tell me, Mr. Mullins?
I'm working a full-time job now. I just started doing HVAC work on the side. This is all in the past. I've learned from it. It's changed me as a person. I applied for ABF Freight about almost 2 weeks ago, and they did a background check, and this was the reason they didn't hire me. And I'm just trying to grow as a person and keep it going for the future. And so that doesn't happen again.
All right, I'm going to grant the request to seal your record. Do we have an email address for you, Mr. Mullins?
It should be wesley.mullins8484@gmail.com.
Usually make sure that they're in.
So we're going to email you a copy of this entry. You want to make sure that you keep it because the court's clerk is going to seal up all of their records. It's not like you can just go there and get a copy of this entry if it ever comes up as to whether or not your record was sealed. You have to keep this entry. Okay? But I'm going to grant the record. I'm going to grant your application. We'll seal your record.
Thank you very
We'll
much.
send you a copy of the entry via email. Good luck to you, Mr. Mullins.
I have a quick question real quick.
Sure.
First, how long would it take for it to be collected? Would it be today or a week or so?
We're going to do the order probably today, Monday at the latest, and we send it along to all of the administrative agencies. They take as long as they take.
Gotcha. And then once the fine does get sealed and expunged, will I be allowed to purchase firearms again, or is that?
That's legal advice, which I can't give you.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
All right, that's all.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Did you say wesley.mullins8484@gmail.com?
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Judge.
What you doing? I want to win.
And the rest of it are fees that the leasing office, one of the person in the leasing offices said would be removed, but the leasing or the the property manager isn't back in the office until Monday, so I can't talk to her about the remaining until Monday, but I paid the the 895 of the rent that's owed. The rest of it is just, I think they're court fees or something like
So
that.
you paid 895 yesterday?
Yep.
And Mr. Fink, your tally probably doesn't reflect that if that was paid.
It does not.
I have I guess I have the receipt with me right now. I don't know if showing that on camera
Ma'am,
would do it.
that's not going to do any of us any good. Here's what I'm
Okay.
going to do. I'm going to, May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, but if you paid the majority of it, and if there's some agreement, Mr. Fink will check with that, then maybe this matter can be dismissed. If not, then you need to be here on that date at that time, okay?
Okay, and then will the leasing office or the property manager, she would be the one to tell me if I need to show up or not?
Well, I'm telling you, you need to show up, but if everything is taken care of, then you don't need to be here, but you need to check with them to make sure.
Okay.
All right, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, bye.
Forrest Knoll versus Arlene Bonner.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Miss Bonner? Oh, I think there she is. Miss Bonner, if you can unmute and state your name, please.
Okay. Arlene Bonner.
Thank you. What is plaintiff's claim?
$1,630.
You broke up there.
630.
630. All right. All right, Miss Bonner, how are you going to get that paid?
I get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid every 2 weeks. I just gave them $1,400 this past Monday. I can have it paid by the I'll say the 29th. That's a Friday. The 29th.
'29th is a Friday. All right, here's what I will do. I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week because you're entitled to that, to the 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay?
Okay.
And I'm going to suggest that you contact the plaintiff's attorney's office or your landlord and see if you can work something out that will get you to the 29th.
Okay.
All right? That
Yeah,
hearing on Friday is in person.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Crystal Stanley and John Stanley and Jordan Hanley.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Yes, hi, Judge.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Miss Stanley is here. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
1,024 even.
All right, Miss Stanley, how are you guys going to get that paid?
There actually was a mix-up. I need to talk to them, which I've emailed them and everything, but I can have it fully paid by the 20th.
Okay, but you think there's some mix-up? And when you're saying you need, who is the them that you're referring to? Is that the landlord office?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Here's what I'll do.
Okay.
I'm gonna adjourn this to the 15th, 1 week, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. Contact your landlord, see if you can get whatever mix-up there is straightened out, and also contact, if necessary, the plaintiff's attorney's office. See if you can work it out where they can get you to that date where you can pay it off, okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You do the same. Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 1 versus Tammy Evans.
James Fink for the
Tammy
plaintiff.
Evans?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, there you are. We didn't have her name on. All right. What is plaintiff's claim on this one?
$3,687.
All right. Ms. Evans, how are you
Yes,
getting that paid?
I have half now, but I was trying to get more time because I know this month started, so they added this month. But I have a few issues myself, but I don't have a problem that I owe the money, but I do have issues that I need to address.
What are they?
I've been asking for things to be fixed and they haven't been fixed. And it's raining inside my bedroom where I asked them to fix. They have never fixed. Every time it rains hard, it rains inside my window.
So it's the bedroom window?
Yes.
Okay, what else?
Your Honor,
Oh,
if
and
I just clarify, is the bedroom ceiling leaking or just the windows?
it's it's at the top of the window. I guess I don't know if that's the ceiling. It's not the ceiling. It's the top of the window inside the window area.
Okay. Anything else?
All right.
Yes. My washing machine, my dryer, it sound like trucks. My dishwasher, they came to do something, but then he wet up the floor and he said it doesn't work and never came back. So even though I don't use the dishwasher, it's a scent that's sitting in there that needs to be taken care of that they won't do anything about.
Okay, anything else?
No.
All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. And you say you have half of it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the total amount that you have?
I have 1,500.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Get the 1,500 over to the landlord by Monday, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And Mr. Fink, I'm sure is gonna get in touch with his client to check on these issues that you have, okay?
Yes.
And then I'm going to adjourn your case out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down to the courthouse and then we'll see if we can get this whole thing resolved for you, okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hamilton Crossing 2. Hamilton Crossing 2 versus Lancy Kaba.
James String for the plaintiff.
Hi, I'm Fatima Kappa. I'm representing for Lansini Kappa.
I'm sorry?
I'm Fatima Kappa. I'm one of the residents of the home.
Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
$1,952.
All right. Ma'am, how are you guys intending on getting that paid?
I should be getting that paid by the end of the month by my job, but I do have a complaint.
Okay. What's your complaint?
I lost my job due to there being excessive mold in my bathroom to the point where it got me sick and I lost both of my jobs, and is the reason why I have been late on rent.
Okay. Did they get that taken care of in your bathroom?
Yes, they just got it taken care of, I believe last month. After about a few years, all they would do is come and paint over it.
Okay. So what do you want? What would you like to see done? Not that it can't be.
I would like a little bit more time because I have talked to the office about me getting sick due to it, and they still.
Then here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything that you can pay between now and then?
No, not at the moment, but I'm working.
All right. Then you'll need to contact the plaintiff's office, plaintiff's attorney's office, see what they'll work out for you. Understood?
Okay. Yes.
All right. Next Friday at noon, that's an in-person hearing. Thank you. New Park Ridge versus Sydney Dodd.
James String for the plaintiff.
Sydney Dodd,
Here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Cannot see you, but we can hear you. I'll need a camera. What is plaintiff's claim?
$1,647.
Ma'am, how were you intending on getting that paid? Oh, there she is. Okay, Miss Dodd, you'll need to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you and see you now.
Okay.
The claim, you may have dropped out, but the claim is $1,647. When can
Yes.
you get that paid?
I'm working with community resources right now. They're helping me to get it paid.
What community resources?
Through my job through Trinity Health. Because I went down in my hours. So I'm able to still pay rent like going forward, but I'm just trying to catch up.
Okay, so you're working through Trinity?
Yes. And then I also filled out an SCR as well. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
All right, so what you'll need to do, I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon.
Okay.
All right. What you will need to do is there's a form in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put the information on, including the SCR tracking number.
Okay.
And get that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And so we're set on the 15th at noon.
15th at noon.
Is there anything between now and then that you can pay?
I'll be able to pay something next week. I just have to see. So when I went down in my hours, I'm down to 2 days a week. So I'm trying to see what my check will be. But I'll try to put most of it towards on next Friday.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
New Park Ridge Apartments versus Alana Armstead.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Armstead. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
$997.
That's what this month added.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. How are you going to get that paid?
I just had my intake with Hawk on the 5th, and I'm waiting to hear back from him. And I also filled out the SCR form.
All that's on the sheet is the intake on the 5th? Okay. And you're waiting to see what, ma'am?
I did the SCR form, and I got the tracking number for that. So I'm waiting to hear something back from them too, as well.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it to the 15th. 2026 at 12 noon. You'll need to, because you have Hawk and also, or at least are applying to Hawk and the SCR, there's a rental assistance form in your packet. You'll need to fill that out and submit that to the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
We'll see you on the 15th. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. New Park Ridge versus Tiffany Tucson.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Tiffany Tucson, they are not here. You may proceed.
This is an action for non-payment of rent. The amount due for rent is $407. The costs are $176 for a total of $583.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Reissue in 10 days. Strong Future Homes versus Jamila Williams.
James Fink for the plaintiff.
Where's Miss Williams? Okay. You need to unmute, Miss Williams.
Hello?
Hello. There you are. Okay, we got you.
All right.
All right. Mr. Fink, what is the claim in this case?
$1,797, sir.
All right. Ms. Williams, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Your Honor, I would like to ask if I can either set it for default so that I can try to do a hardship through my job, or set up a COD with the apartment complex.
Okay, so you got to get yourself. I think I'm understanding. You got to get yourself into a position where you can claim hardship, and then there might be some assistance through your job.
Correct.
Okay. Strange world we live in. All right.
I know,
Here's
right?
what I'm going to do. Let me adjourn this out.
Oh,
and ma'am,
no.
hey, well, ma'am, just listen to me, please.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn it out to next week. Contact plaintiff's office and see if they'll work something out with you to get yourself into that position so that you can try to claim the hardship.
Okay, the only way that I'll be able to claim the hardship is that I will have a default from the court. It's through my 401k hardship. And so I guess that's
Okay, but you also said a COD would do.
yes.
Okay, I can't do a COD just by magic today. That's why I'm
Okay.
telling you to contact plaintiff counsel's office in the next week so you
Okay.
can get the necessary paperwork to try to claim the hardship.
Okay.
Your Honor, could we
Yes,
do
sir.
FCR 4.201J now? And if we can get it resolved, maybe we can just submit.
Yes. Okay. Ma'am, if you come to an agreement and it's submitted to the court after the signing of the judgment, you have 3 business days from that date. If you believe that there's some misunderstanding, some confusion, or some right you didn't assert, you have those 3 business days to move this court to set that aside. You understand that?
No, I didn't quite understand what you were saying.
Okay. If you enter into either a judgment with the plaintiff or a conditional order dismissal,
Okay.
you have 3 days from the date of my signing of that document to move this court to set that aside.
Okay.
If for whatever reason you believe that there's some confusion on your part, some misunderstanding, some right you didn't assert, you have those 3 business days after my signing to set it aside.
Okay.
You understand that now?
Yes, sir.
Ms.
I'll
Williams,
adjourn it.
Yes.
Go.
sorry, Your Honor. If you go online, find my email and send me an email today with your email and cell phone number, we'll try to help you out.
Okay, sounds good.
May 15, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. All right.
All right.
Make sure to contact them, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Bye.
The Haven versus Raymond Stewart and Morgan Jaron.
James Sink for the plaintiff.
Mr. Stewart?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
$4,595.82.
Okay. Somebody interrupted you, stepped over here. What was it?
4595.82.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Stewart, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I just paid it in the last hour.
You did? The whole thing?
Yes. Yes.
All right. Here's what I'll do. They wouldn't have that yet. So I'm going to set this to May 15th, 2026 at 12 noon. That's an in-person hearing. So double check with your landlord, make sure they got it paid. If everything's paid off, they're going to dismiss the case.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And The Haven versus Jeffrey Perry.
James Sink for the plaintiff.
Mr. Perry? Okay, there you are. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
$4,260.52.
All right, Mr. Perry, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, first, I have a lot of issues with the unit that I've been letting them know about for the last about 4 or 5 months, but they refuse to do anything about it. And I would say some of it's pretty serious.
All right, what kinds of things are we talking about?
All right, one, I had suspect of mold inside the unit because
Is there any particular place that's located?
In the bathrooms, I believe upstairs bathrooms, downstairs bathrooms. I guess there's a lot of moisture in there. But when I turn the shower on,
okay, what else? Mold. What else?
Mold. Washer and dryer isn't working. The washer is actually leaking on the neighbor's head downstairs. So the neighbors downstairs complain about it.
All right. What else?
We have what else? The upstairs bathroom. The pipes are vibrating and leaking down to the downstairs bathroom.
What else?
And inside of both bathrooms, upstairs and downstairs, there's some type of gooey residue that's dripping from the walls that I asked for them to fix. Maybe they have to detox the place and scrub it down and repaint it. But it's not done. So I don't know what it is, but it's some gooey like.
Well, if you don't know what it is, you don't know how to repair it. What else is on your list?
Yeah. I think that is it. Let me see.
All right. Mr. Finks, you got that. They'll check on that.
I do, Your Honor. And I also have a note that says there's been 2 mold tests with no mold reported, and that he has not responded to requests for maintenance to come look at the other things. But I will pass this on. I'll make sure we have documentation, and we'll be back on the 15th.
Yes, I'll set this for the 15th, 2026, 12 noon.
Thank you.
Sir. And
Yes.
Is there anything that you can pay between now and then, sir?
Yes.
Okay, how much?
I could pay $1,500. So are they going to be required to get this stuff done? Because that's the whole issue in the first place. That they refusing to get these things done. Maintenance to come by.
All
and
right,
then
here's what
they'll
I'm
say
gonna
they'll be
do.
back, but they don't
If you
come
don't
back.
want to pay the money, they just said they're going to come over and do it.
Yeah, they've been saying
If
that for the
you-
last.
I'm asking. All right, here's what I'm going to do, sir. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you this morning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for noon. It's an in-person hearing. You need to get here. We'll talk about it and then do that. You pay whatever you think you can pay since you won't answer my question between now and then. Otherwise, we'll just take it from there. All right. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Harbor Woods versus Lachey Bishop.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rachel Dornbush, Pallet Law, P78301 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Not checked in. We missed you, Miss, last week.
Yes, you got to meet Miss Salem from our office.
Yeah, all right. Okay, they're not here. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear a firm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do. Again, for the record, Rachel Dornbush, Pallet Law on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's rent to retain of $615.72. Costs are $188 for a total of $803.72. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Harbor Woods versus Tanisha Booker.
I'm here.
Okay, there's Miss Booker. All right. What's plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $4,183.96.
All right. Miss Booker, how are you intending on getting this done?
I already have 2,500 of it. I didn't give it to the rent office because the leasing manager refuses to take partial payment that has to be in full.
Your Honor, my
Okay,
client will
hold
take
on.
partial payment.
They'll take it? Yes, okay. Otherwise, I'll order. All right, Miss Booker, when can you get the 2,500 to them?
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll be closed by the time I get off today at 5:30, but I can drop it off in the morning.
All right. So I'll just indicate you're to get that 2,500 to them by Monday. Okay. I will adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. All right. I'm going to suggest that you contact maybe the plaintiff's attorney's office, see if you can work something out regarding the payment of the rest of this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We'll see you
Thank
then.
you.
Harbor Woods versus Flora Boone.
Here.
Where? Oh, there she is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,297.01.
Okay. And Miss Boone, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I should have half of that actually by Monday, and then the other half by Friday because I'm going through my job.
Okay. So you'll have about 1,500 by Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. Pay the 1,500 by Monday. And then you think you can have the balance by Friday?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put that down. Balance by Friday, the 15th. So what I'll do is I'll adjourn this to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. But if you have everything paid off, then I don't need to see you, but you got to make sure you have everything paid.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Arbor Woods versus Tina Carrico. Or Carrico. They checked in. They have not. You've been sworn. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,813.51, cost of $188 for a total due of $2,001.51. So we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Jennifer Carroll and Linda Carroll. Jennifer's here. Is Carol? I'm not picking her up. Miss Carol? You have her.
Hello?
Oh, there she is. Hello.
Hi.
All right. Okay. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $1,980.44.
All right, Miss Carol, how are you going to get that paid?
Okay, I can pay 800, at least 800 by Monday. I'm also going to file an SCR, and I finally was able to get some information about maybe getting some help from my work.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Pay that 800 by Monday. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to adjourn your case out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you apply for an SCR or other type of assistance, there's a form that came in your packet called a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out and get that to the court by next Wednesday.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Get that payment in, and then we'll see where we are next week.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Have a good day.
You do the same. Arbor Woods versus Daryl Corley and Stephanie Corley.
Oops.
Miss Corley?
I'm here.
Okay, I'll need a camera on at some point. What is plaintiff's claim?
Oh, here we go.
Okay,
With cost,
Hi.
Your Honor, $2,233.59.
All right. Miss Corley, how are you intending on getting that paid?
We can have it all paid up by the 22nd. Probably before that, but I'm gonna say the 22nd. Daryl just went back to work, so.
Got it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this out May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. In the interim, I'm going to suggest that you contact Ms. Dornbush's office.
Okay.
Try to arrange a conditional order dismissal or some other judgment form or something that gives you till the 22nd. Okay.
Okay. You said Mrs. Thornburg?
Miss Dornbush. Actually, it's Pallets. The Pallets Law Office. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
On your paperwork, you see it?
Yeah. I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
And that's Miss
I
Dornbush.
definitely
So contact her and do that. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. You have a great day.
Thank you. You do the same.
Bye.
Arbor Woods versus Latia Davis. Latia, where is she?
Hello. Good morning, Your Honor.
Hello, there you are. Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. All right, Miss Davis. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,685.16.
All right.
Yeah.
Davis,
Your
how
Honor,
are you
I just
intending
paid
on getting that
$1,000
paid?
yesterday.
I'm sorry?
I just paid $1,000 yesterday.
All right. Ms. Dornbush, I don't think you see that probably, right?
No, Your Honor, but I'll be able to verify that before the hearing next week.
Okay. And then, so you paid $1,000 yesterday.
Yeah,
Can
I
you
got
pay
the
anything
paperwork
else
right
before
here.
next Friday or no?
No, I got the paperwork. She say since I put in 1,000, I owe $1,000. I put in $1,000. I owe $2,693.16. Your Honor, I just
Got
need
it.
until the 22nd.
All
and I
right,
can have
let's do
everything
this.
paid off.
Okay, here's what we're going to do, Miss Davis. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m.
Yes.
At 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Look on your paperwork. You'll see a number for the Palace Law Office. Contact Ms. Dornbush. See if you can work out a conditional order, dismissal, or consent judgment regarding this amount that'll get you to the 22nd. Okay?
Your Honor, can I ask her right now?
Can you ask? Well, I can't do it that way, ma'am.
Okay, because
Because she has the check, Miss Davis. She has the check on your payment, number one.
Okay.
And make sure that all the numbers are right, and she has to see, and she has to make sure what her client will do. Okay?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Got it?
Yep. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
All right, 15th, 3 o'clock. That's an in-person hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good weekend.
Bye. Arbor Woods versus Shakori Davis. Shakori Davis, they are not checked in. You may proceed.
I am
she's
here.
here. She's a dial-in. All right. And so what is plaintiff's claim on this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $7,480.23.
Okay. Ms. Davis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
If you could adjourn it for 1 week, the in-person hearing, I'm waiting on my withdrawal, my hardship from my job to pay the full balance off. So I'm hoping that it'll deposit before next Friday and it'll just be a zero balance.
Okay. So you're applied for a hardship from your job?
Mm-hmm.
And you just have
I'm
to.
out on a medical. Yeah, I'm out on a medical. Got into a car accident, so they're going to help me by letting me withdraw a hardship loan.
Got it. Okay. I'll adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026, 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, but hopefully if it's a zero at that point, then they'll be in a position to dismiss the case. Okay, Ms. Davis?
Okay, sounds good. If they dismiss it, do I still need to come next Friday even for the dismissal, or do we not need to be there for dismissal?
You just don't want to see me.
I don't want to.
Okay, that was honest. Okay.
You want to know what? I'm coming to see you just because of that. I'm gonna come just so you can dismiss it in person.
Okay, Ms. Davis, if everything's down to zero, I don't need you to show up. Okay.
Okay, sounds good, Justice. Thank you so much.
You take care. Have a good weekend. Arbor Woods versus Sarah Allison.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll need a camera on. All right, but while you do that, Ms. Dornbush, what is the plaintiff's claim?
With costs, $2,750.60.
Okay. Allison, how are you going to get that paid?
I'm going to be I can pay it next Friday.
Okay. You think you can pay everything by next Friday?
Yeah, I have one payment, but I'm not able to get it in because at this moment I'm in the hospital.
I see
for my
that.
meniscus, so that's why.
Ow. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. So do you think you'll be able to get everything paid by noon on that Friday?
Yes, I should. Yes.
Okay. So we'll adjourn it out to that time. Okay. Try to get everything in there, but more importantly, take care of yourself.
Okay. Thank you. I will.
We'll work around the other stuff. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Miss Ellison. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Arbor Woods versus Sarah Gore. Sarah Gore, You're not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,343. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,531. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is any amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Jayla Hairston McDonald. Hairston McDonald, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,472.72. Costs of $188 for a total due of $1,660.72. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with a writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Melinda Harrison. Melinda Harrison, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $593. Costs are $188 for a total due of $781, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Marcus Hollis.
I'm here.
All right. I'll need a camera. Oh, there you go. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,608.45.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid and I just need a couple weeks.
I'm sorry?
I just need a couple weeks.
All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 15th next week, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. I'm going to suggest in the interim, you contact plaintiff's counsel's office, try to speak with them and see what you can work out.
All right.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus Timothy Kisner and Carol Kisner and Jose Avila. I'm sorry. Kisner, Avila, we have no one present. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,711.44, cost of $362 for a total due of $2,073.44, and we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Kelly Kowalski. Kowalski, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,697.57, cost of $188 for a total due of $1,885.57. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus David McLeod. McLeod, you're here, you said?
He's the dog.
He's the dog. Got it. David McLeod or McLeod, maybe. Okay, can you unmute? Mr. McLeod, can you get that unmuted? We can't.
I'm trying to check.
Looks like he's trying. He's not, he's on a phone. You put down the cigarette, it'll be easier. There we go.
Okay.
Got
there
it?
I am. Yeah, okay. Good to see you again, Your Honor, and hope your family has a great Mother's Day.
Yo, thank you, sir. All right. And what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,409.26.
All right. And sir, how are you going to get that paid?
Well, I just opened a new account at the Eastern Michigan Credit Union, and I switched over my Social Security to be direct deposit there. So it should be coming any day, but I've got to split my payment between my car so I don't get repo because there's no bus out here, and Arbor Woods. So I pay Arbor Woods $750, and then I got family money coming June 1st, and I could try and get the rest paid off then.
Okay, so here's what
I'll have at least half this coming week.
This coming week? Okay.
$750, yeah. As soon as they deposit, the deposit on my debit card, Social Security debit card, was always around like the 8th of the month, which was last month, but it could be first of the week, so we'll see what happens. Soon as I'll be down there to the office. I got my own checkbook now, and it'll go right in there, and I'll write them a check. Then I got to send one to Toyota, so I don't get that repoed. I would have been caught up, but I just had emergency surgery on my chest and neck, and I had to pay a copay up front before that, So I apologize for that. Yeah.
All right.
Well, Trinity Health, Dr. Huff, if you want to check, yeah.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay?
Yeah, and I appear.
Yep. And you'll appear. We'll see where you are at that point. In the interim, if you think about it, if you want to do it where you figured out how you're going to get it paid, you can always call the plaintiff's attorney's office and see if they can work out something to get you to where you need to be.
Yeah,
okay?
I've been working with the gal down there at the Palet's office, the attorney. Yeah. All right. Very good. I'll do that, sir. And you have a great weekend, and God bless you and your family.
Thank you, sir. And to you.
Thank you so much. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Tyrone Miller. Mr. Miller?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I'll need a camera.
It don't work. I've been working for a while.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to do something about that if you're going to appear via Zoom. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,960.73.
All right, sir. How are you intending on getting that paid?
Paying 12 today. Arrears next week.
You're paying $1,200 today, and then when?
Following week with the rest.
And then you're going to pay the balance next week?
Yes.
All right. I'll adjourn this out May 15th, 2026, 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. If you've got everything paid off, you don't need to appear. It'll be dismissed, but you have to make sure that everything is paid off.
Okay.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus Teresa Robertson.
Yes.
Oh, there she is. Hello, Ms. Robertson.
Hello.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,782.77.
Okay. Robertson, how are you intending on getting that paid?
What I have here, it says I owe $17.93.
And that's probably not including May rent.
Well, I'm gonna pay the $17.93 Monday. And then I can start paying after that this month.
All right, but you understand that this month is due, right?
Yes, I know.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to indicate that you're paying the $17.93 by Monday. I'll adjourn this out 1 week to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Feel free to contact plaintiff's counsel's office to work out how you can get the May rent paid and when.
Yes, sir.
All right. Otherwise, we'll see you then on the 15th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Arbor Woods versus Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith. No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There's rent to retain of $1,488.67. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,676.67. And we'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Consider amount and the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Eric Stewart. Sorry. And Janine Wesley.
Here.
All right, Mr. Stewart's there. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,430.51.
All right, Mr. Stewart, how are you intending on getting that paid?
It'll be all paid by next Friday.
Okay. Can you get it paid early on Friday?
Yeah, probably about should be about 12.
Okay. What I'll do then is I'm going to indicate you're going to pay the balance by that day, May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. If you got everything paid, I don't need to see you, but otherwise you need to be down here in person. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Arbor Woods versus Malaysia Thompson.
Here.
Oh, there she is. Okay. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,263.15.
All right, Ms. Thompson, how are you going to get that paid?
Your Honor, I paid $16.20 on the 6th, and it says that I owe $1,700 for May's rent. And I talked to the office, and she said I had to come to court because if I didn't, I would have to pay court fees again. And I told her I was going to have it on the 19th when I got paid because I paid them on the 6th of May.
All right. Ms. Dornbush probably doesn't see the one paper you're talking about. So here's what I'll do. And you think you can have it paid by the 19th, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I get paid on the 19th, early pay. My check normally deposit about like 3 o'clock. And I told her I was going to have the rest of it in by 4 before they close.
Okay. So here's what I'll do, ma'am. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 15th. I know that's before your payday.
Mm-hmm.
But the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay, what you may want to do is contact Ms. Dornbush's office and see what they're willing to do to get you through that 19th date.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. Before we get here on the 15th, if something can be worked out. All right?
Okay. So if I work out something with them, do I still have to come in on that date?
Yeah, I'm going to have to see you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if you, the only way that you don't have to come in is if you got everything paid, then no. But
okay.
if you got it worked out, then just show up and then we'll see if we can make it quick, get you in and out of here. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Arbor Woods versus Creator Vaughn. I messed up that name, but she'll correct me. As soon as she unmutes.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Okay. How do I pronounce your first name?
It's Saritha.
Saritha. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Gotcha. I want to make it a hard C and it's not. So, all right. I'll probably mess it up again. All right. Ms. Dornbush, what is owing or what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $4,175.44.
All right. Ms. Vaughn, how are you going to get that paid?
Well, right now, currently, I'm working with the Housing Bureau for seniors. I pay my rent every month. I had a hardship last month with my car, and I get paid. I'm on a fixed income, so I get paid the third Wednesday of each month. And so I wasn't able to pay last month because of my car issue. So now I have double rent. I got last month and this month. But because I'm working with the Housing Bureau for seniors, they said that they would work with me on this here to get this rent paid. They did not give me a date. They just wanted to know what the verdict would be today so I could call them back and let them know. I'm not trying to move from here. I've been here for like going on 5 years. I'm 71 years old and I'm not trying to move. So I'm just asking for some kind of verdict or a leniency so I can let the Housing Bureau know what's going on and then they can, yeah.
All right, Ms. Vaughn.
Yes.
Here's what I need you to do.
Yes, sir.
Did you get that number down of 417544?
The who?
Okay. The $4,175.44.
Wait a
That's
minute.
what you
4,100.
$75.44. All right. So I get that information to whoever you're working with at Housing Bureau for Seniors.
You said 44 cents?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 4,175 and 44 cents. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Get that number to them that's what you owe.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you owe. See what they can do for you.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to the 15th
Okay.
at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, that's an in-person hearing.
I don't know where to go to for the courthouse.
You don't know where I am?
I'm sorry. No, sir. Oh, God. You embarrassing me. I've never been.
No, I'm not. I am. We're down by the Sheriff's Department off of Washtenaw. You know where that is? She goes, I don't know where the Sheriff's Department. I've never been in trouble. Listen.
I know where Washtenaw. I know where Washtenaw is, sir. But if you could just give me an address, I can get my GPS.
Okay, I bet you'll get here. It's 4133 Washtenaw.
4133 Washtenaw. Is there a suite?
No, we're the whole building.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So we have that in-person hearing. If you can do it by next Wednesday, you need to there's a form that came in your packet called a rental assistance form.
Mm-hmm.
You'll need to fill that out and get that to the court by next Wednesday, just with the Housing Bureau for Seniors information.
Just fill it out and bring that with me?
Well, you need to get it down to the court before you get here on that date. So by next Wednesday.
So you do it online? I'm not familiar.
It's okay. You can fill it out. You need to fill out that form and get it to us. We can fax it in, can't you? Mm-hmm. You can either fax it in or you can send it by email to us. Okay.
Yes, sir. And with that form, you want the information from the Housing Bureau for Seniors?
Yes. If you got if they gave you a case number or anything that, just on that form.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Got everything?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. Okay, Miss Vaughn. You have a great weekend.
You have a blessed weekend also. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Arborwoods versus Tierra Wafer. Tierra Wafer, no response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,668. Costs are $188 for a total due of $1,856. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ issue in 10 days. Arbor Woods versus Raquel Webster.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll need a camera at some point. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,271.51.
All right, Ms. Webster, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I paid $1,100 already. And it said that I owed $1,750.
When did you pay the $1,100?
Back in April.
Excuse me?
Let me take a look, Your Honor. I do see the $1,100 payment, Your Honor. This balance includes May, though, Ms. Webster. And so with the May rent, that's why we're at the $32,1451.
Okay, can I still pay the $1,750 by Friday?
Okay, you think you can pay $1,750 by this Friday, the 15th?
Yes.
Okay, pay that early in the day. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to adjourn your case out to May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. What I'm going to suggest in the interim is that after, that you also then call Pallett's law offices, call Ms. Dornbush, see what they can work out with you to get you to a point where you can get this all paid up, okay?
Okay, how do I get that number?
It's on your paperwork. It says Pallett's law office.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a blessed one.
You do the same.
Bye-bye.
Arbor Woods versus Brandon Wilson and Kimberly Slayton. Wilson, Slayton. Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Hi. Hello.
Well, there are two people talking, two phone numbers. Okay, so the voice that sounds female, what is your name?
Kimberly Slayton. Sorry, I was trying to unmute.
No, it's okay. That's fine. And the other voice?
Brandon Wilson.
Is that Mr. Wilson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so both of you are calling in. Got it. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $3,748.72.
Okay, folks, how are we intending on getting that paid?
I wanted to make a payment of $500 today, and I know I can make a payment of $1,000 by Thursday. I had took out a hardship loan at my job as well. I'm in the process of doing that, but I need the paperwork to verify that I am going through an eviction. But I plan on at least getting everything paid off by the end of the month, if not by the 22nd, if the hardship loan goes through.
All right, so let me just get you right there. Get what you said. You can pay $500 today or by Monday, right?
I can pay $500 today.
All right, and then you said you can have $1,000 by Thursday.
Yes.
Okay. So I got that written down, and then so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week to the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. And then what you need something in order to be able to apply for the hardship, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I've set it on next Friday. Look on your paperwork and call Ms. Dornbush's office and see what the two of you can work out regarding particular paperwork that'll help you with your hardship application.
Thank you.
All right. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
All right. Fantastic. Thank you, Ms. Slayton. And
Thank you. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend.
You do the same. Brandon, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, sir. You have a good weekend.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Northville Estates versus Jason Armbruster.
Oh,
Oh, I think Jason, there he is. All right. Hello.
hello.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With cost, Your Honor, $3,814.98.
All right. Mr. Armbruster, how are you going to get that paid?
I'm paying $600 today, and I just started back to my job, so I'm going to be paying $500 a week, and if possible more when the checks are bigger until it's paid off.
All right. Here's what you're going to have to do then. I'm going to adjourn this out May 15th, 2026, 3 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
And you're going to need to try to work something out if they'll work with that type of payment plan that you have. I can't guarantee that. Okay. So what I'm going to, you at least have a plan in mind. I'd get the $600 paid in, yep, and then contact the plaintiff's counsel's office to see what they'll work out with you.
Okay.
All right. And on the 15th, that's an in-person hearing at 3 p.m. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Take care. Northville Estates versus Rosa or Rose, maybe. Jeez. I don't know why I wanted to make it like a wine or something. Anyway, she's here. Go on. I don't have her. She's there, but all right. Well, we try to get her. Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Hello, Miss. All right, there you are. All right, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,177.33.
All right. Ms. Milan, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'll have it paid off by the end of the month.
Okay, so I can't get you to that point, but what I'll do is I'm going to adjourn this out 1 week. May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. I'm going to adjourn it out to that point. I'm going to suggest that what you do, Ms. Mahan, is look on your paperwork. You'll see Pallett's Law Office. Call there and ask for Ms. Dornbush and see what they can work out with you to get you to the point you can get that all paid off. Okay?
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you. The 15th is an in-person hearing, so you'll need to come down. All right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Northfield Estates versus Dale Kidder.
Oh, that's funny.
Said he's here. Oh, I just saw him pop in and they popped out. I don't know where they went.
Did you hear me?
Sir, speaking. Oh, there you are. Okay. All right. So what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
With cost, Your Honor, $2,396.33.
All right. Mr. Kidder, how are you intending on getting that paid? He's breaking up.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the total on that.
$2,396.35. Or 33.
I get I'll have some money on Monday.
Okay, how much can you pay on Monday? He's froze. Yeah.
I get some money on Monday.
Okay, how much will you have on Monday?
I only have about 250 on Monday, but I get paid next week Friday too. I just started my job.
All right. Do you know how much you'll have on Friday?
No, I do not. I have like, I think 2 days in, so it'll probably be a partial.
Gotcha. All right, sir. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. What I'm going to suggest you do in the interim is contact the Palace Law Office and see if you can work out some payment that'll get you cleared up.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. We'll see you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Northfield Estates versus Alexis Latour.
Your Honor.
Alexis Latour. Oh, there
Yes.
she is. Sorry. There. I just had to find you on my screen. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,272.31.
Okay, Mrs. Latour, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Well, sir, I have applied for state emergency relief twice now, but the issue that I'm having, according to my caseworker, is that she has to deny it because the amount that I request is less than the amount when she contacts the landlord that the landlord is requesting. So, for example, she asked me for court paperwork. I supplied my court paperwork for this date, which lists the amount at $1,300.
No, I got you. But then by the time the court date comes around, it may.
Yes.
Got it.
So I did reapply. It's currently processing, but it sounds like it will get denied again. So I'm going to have to get more paperwork from the landlord, something that actually has their current amount that they want, because my paperwork says, plus other costs, and DHS can't calculate that.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. They really shouldn't have. It depends on what worker you get as to whether or not you had these problems, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to adjourn this to May 15, 2026 at 3 p.m. Ma'am, how many people are in your household?
3.
Okay. Just so you know, if they give you a state emergency relief, that's only going to be about $620.
She did not outline that to me, so I am unaware of what she'd be willing to give me.
Yeah, so that's why I try to clarify for people so that they know that state emergency relief is a misnomer in a certain respect because it's not going to pay everything.
I see. So, unfortunately, we've been dealing with a hardship since December. And my husband's income he lost his job. So we've been working to get him reemployed. He's working with Michigan Works and doing a RESA program and stuff like that. I also have a church that I can reach out to that may be able to assist us with some of the payment. But unfortunately, we're unable to make a payment today or anything like that.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll adjourn it out 1 week, 3 p.m. Okay. There's a form that came in your packet, and I know you say it may be denied, but there's a form that's in your packet that is called a rental assistance form.
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
All right, fill that out, put your SER tracking number on it, and try to get that filed with the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And then in the interim, also, you can call plaintiff's attorney's office, see if there's anything that can be worked out. You're kind of in a flux at this point, so I don't know if anything can be worked out, but that's okay. Don't get disheartened. Reach out to other places that you think you can reach out to. And then if something can't be worked out, we'll see what we can do and where we head on the 15th.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Does that work for you?
It does.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, you said what time was that on the 15th?
That's at 3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Thanks, you too.
River Ridge versus Tabitha Faith. Tabitha Faith?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there she is. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $1,770.
$1,770. All right. Ma'am, how are you going to get that paid?
I am trying to work with Celine Social Services to pay at least last month's payment, and this month's payment I can, well, the rest, whatever they don't pay, I can pay the rest by next Friday.
Okay. So you're working with Celine Social Services, get a little help, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So what I'll do initially is I'll adjourn this May 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay, that's an in-person hearing. When will you hear? When do you think you'll hear from Celine Social Services?
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for one of my bank statements to come in for April, and I can call on Monday and see, or
Okay.
go off.
All right. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. Look at your paperwork. There's a rental assistance form. You need to fill that out, get that down to the courthouse by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Just indicating that you've applied to Celine Social Services and giving a number if they have it. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll see you on the 15th at 3 p.m. and see exactly where you are.
Okay. Sounds good.
Hey. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
River Ridge versus Ian Von Broda. Von Broda. My screen. Hop back up with you. Where are they? You have them?
They're no longer here. They were here.
They were here, but they're not here. Okay. Well, they're no longer here. I'm going to let plaintiff proceed. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. There is rent to retain of $1,552. Costs are $176 for a total due of $1,728. We'd ask for a default possession only judgment with writ to issue after 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Sylvan Crossing versus Cheyenne Lewis. And Jeremy Pennington.
Jeremy Pennington's no longer in the residence.
Okay. Your name?
Skyanne Lewis.
All right. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
With costs, Your Honor, $2,389.61.
All right. Ms. Lewis, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I'd like to pay it all in full, if not before the 18th.
Okay, so you think you can get it all paid by the 18th?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to adjourn it out because I can only really go to the next available date I have, which is the 15th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay? And what I'm going to suggest you do in the week's interim is look on your paperwork. You'll see the Appellate's Law Office. Call them, see if something can be worked out to get you to that 18th date, okay?
Okay, if I'm able to pay it before the 15th, do I have to come to the court date?
Everybody says that. I'm going to get insulted. No, you don't have to come down. If you get everything paid off, I don't need to see you down here. You just have to make sure you got your stuff at a zero. So if you get it paid, you'll be good.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too.
All right. Stonebush, I think finally that's it.
I think so, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you this afternoon, I think.
You will indeed. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, folks that are waiting on the 10 o'clock block, I don't even know what time I'm at right now. Going on 10:30. All right, we're running a little bit behind. We're going to play the video, then I'm going to come back out momentarily and we'll do the 10 o'clock block. It's got to be shorter than that last block. All right. Thank you, folks. Court stands in recess. Okay.
Hope Clinic, SOS.
Okay.
Salvation Army.
We don't have anything on her.
No, sir.
All right. So you'll need to call down to SOS. I'd suggest you do it immediately after the hearing. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, Ms. Rolax. Ms. Rolax, you need to look in your paperwork. Okay. There's a form called the rental assistance form. Fill that out. Make sure you put your SCR tracking number and any other tracking numbers for other agencies on that form and file it with the court by Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll, like I said, the 1 p.m. on the 15th, it's an in-person hearing, so we'll see you then.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Honor.
Thank you.
Nice to see you. Have a good weekend.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Legends of Rosewood Village versus Alyssa Worley.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jackie Snyder Potter on behalf of the plaintiff.
She's here.
Miss Worley's here.
Sorry, doesn't have it. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is. Hello, Miss Worley.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain $3,796, court costs of $183.03 for a total of $3,997. Or I'm sorry, $3,979.03.
79.
Yes.
All right. All right, Miss Worley, how are you intending on getting this paid?
Well, luckily I have 3 paychecks in May. So I do get paid next Friday and I get paid again the 31st. I apologize about this. I had a financial hardship. My my company got like bought out by a corporate company and my pay got drastically less. And it was a mess. And then like on top of it, I've been having car issues. Like I just had to buy myself a new alternator, a new battery, 2 new tires because I got flat tires. And then my son had to get a root canal, which cost like $700. So it kind of put,
this sounds like this is a bad country song. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, like I have my receipts and stuff that I've been naming off just in case you did want them. But
okay. Okay, Ms. Worley.
Yes.
Do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take a breath. Okay. All right.
I haven't been able to.
All you're telling us is that you were going along just fine and life interfered, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, and isn't having like 3 paychecks a great month when that happens?
Yes.
Anyway, it really is. All right. So let's see. Here's what first thing I'm going to do is I'll adjourn you out to the 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. That's an in-person hearing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then between now and next month or next week, how much do you think you can pay?
At least 3,000, but I might be able to do all of it.
Okay. So you think you can pay the 3,000 by next week, maybe?
Yes. There's definitely a chance for that.
I expected something much more drastic to be.
Trust me,
You're good. I'm not going to complain. All right. Here's what you need to do. Pay the 3,000. I'll just put, can you get that paid by Thursday the 14th? You think, or?
I get paid that morning. So, I mean, I could do it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
And then I
That's
can
fine.
bring the cashier's receipt to you.
Okay. All right. She's going to make sure to prove to me she's doing all this.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All right. You're okay. Get that paid. Get the 3,000 paid to the landlord. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I just need it early enough. If you can do it that day early enough so that they can get proof that the 3,000's been paid.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then we'll figure out if you don't get everything paid, be here on that date.
Okay.
And then we'll figure out how we're going to do the rest of it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. You're really nervous about being here, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay.
I was worried because I have 2 kids and I'm a single mom and I don't get help from anyone. So.
All right. Yeah. All right, Mr. Worley, you'll make it through it. Don't worry so much. Okay. And, all right. And we'll see you next week at 2. And have a great Mother's Day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Honor. You will see
Thank
Mark.
you.
You will see Mark this afternoon. I have a trial.
All right. You have a good Mother's Day too.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
Am I
All
allowed
right.
to leave?
Yes.
Or do I?
Yes.
Yes, you are. You can go.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one,
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
You have a good one.
Ridgewood, Ypsilanti LLC versus Marquise Mays Sampson. And
Good morning,
Evan
Your Honor. Mark
Smith.
Schlesinger appearing on behalf of plaintiff.
We have neither.
Neither parties here. You paid for second service. If you raise your right hand, you may proceed, sir. You solemnly
you.
swear for testimony, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do, Judge.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Judge, this is a claim. I got to look at my proof of service really quick. We did pay for second mailing, but we did request a money judgment. So let me just double check. We just got service by posting.
Service by attachment.
Yep. So plaintiff would request that a default judgment for possession only enter. Current rent to retain, $3,026.14. Court cost, $264. Total to retain, $3,290.14 with the writ to issue after May 18th, 2026.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
Thanks, Judge. Have a great weekend.
You do the same, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Redline Apartments versus Harvey Hudson.
Good morning, Your Honor. David Fantier on behalf of the plaintiff.
Harvey Hudson.
Was here.
He was here.
Was not.
Didn't come back in. All right. If you'd like to proceed, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, I'm David Fantier. I'm the attorney for Red Lion, and as such, I'm familiar with the books and records as they relate to these tenancies. In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $2,180, court cost of $173 for a total of $2,353. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Red Lion versus Anthony Ned.
David Fantier on behalf of the plaintiff.
Anthony Ned. No response. You may proceed.
In this case, there's rent owing in the amount of $1,153, court cost of $173 for a total of $1,326. $1,326. We'd ask for a judgment for possession with a writ after 10 days if that amount remains unpaid.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
I will see you in an hour.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Six Trails versus Olivia Martin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cindy Katz on behalf of plaintiff.
Hello, Judge.
Hello. Your name?
Olivia. I'm Devin Curry. I'm on the docket as a occupant. Olivia wasn't able to make it because she's with her mother in the hospital at the moment.
I got you. Okay. What is your name, sir?
Devin Curry.
Devin Curry. All right. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including costs totaling $1,507. That's 1507.
Okay. And sir?
Yes, sir.
How are you intending on getting this paid?
I just got paid today for $500. When I get off work, I'm gonna turn that in. And then yesterday, I just got hired in on another job. So within the next couple of weeks, I'll be able to pay the remaining balance.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. You're going to pay $500 today, but no later than Monday. I'm going to adjourn this out to May 15, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing, sir. You'll need to come down if everything's not paid off. Feel free to contact Mr. Katz's office and see if you can work something out regarding the payment on it.
All right.
Sounds like you got at least a plan. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Willow Ridge Apartments versus Azaria Dameron.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Sidney Katz on behalf of plaintiff.
Hello.
Sir. Hello, Dameron. And your name?
Karina Dameron, Azaria's mother.
Got it. Okay, so she's your daughter.
Yes,
Okay. Do you reside in the premises, ma'am?
I do.
Okay, fantastic. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including court costs totaling $3,065. $3065.
All right. Ma'am, how are you guys intending on getting this paid?
So I was gonna pay $600 today, and then we do get 3 checks because it's May. So I was hoping to have the remainder balance paid by the end of the month.
Okay, so pay the $600 today. I'm going to adjourn this out May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. What I'm going to suggest, see if you can work something out, is to contact Mr. I'm sorry, what'd you say, ma'am?
I said, could it be a Zoom appearance?
You can submit the form. I can't guarantee it, but it's an in-person hearing as it's set right now. Okay.
Okay.
And so it's at 2 p.m. on that date. Pay the $600. I suggest that you contact Mr. Katz's office and see if something can be worked out prior to that date.
Okay. And you said the 15th?
Yes, ma'am. Next Friday.
Okay. Well done.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Willow Ridge Apartments versus Hassan Abu. All right. I got that all messed up. Anyway,
It's okay.
I see you.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, sir. All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including costs totaling $5,997. 5997.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I am getting a family assistant, and I am waiting for the money to be transferred to me. I spoke with Mr. Katz this morning, so anytime within a couple of weeks, I should be able to do that. But till the end of the month, I should be able to get that and get it all paid, and we'll see from there. So I was hoping that I would, postpone it a couple of weeks, so I'll give enough time to get everything situated.
Well, I have authority to adjourn it out 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
You can certainly contact Mr. Katz again, see if you guys can work something out, put it out on paper, and we can get this resolved. But May 15th, 2026, 2 p.m.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Katz.
Willow Ridge versus Trey Ellie. Yes, Ellie or Eli. Eli or Ely? Not checked in. I think you were sworn. You may proceed.
No, I haven't been sworn, Your Honor.
Oh, you have not. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. To the best of my knowledge, the defendant is not in the military, minor, unable to stand trial. To the best of my knowledge, the property is being kept habitably. Currently, there's a balance due for, including court costs totaling $2,006. That's 2006. Requesting a default judgment in that amount with writ to be issued after May the 18th.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, and the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Willow Ridge versus Burhanu Abdallah.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you're here. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
What is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, this is a non-payment rent possession case. There's currently a balance due, including costs totaling $4,359. 359.
4359. All right. Sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Judge, I'll get paid the 15th Friday. That's where I'm trying to make a payment.
All right. On the 15th, how much can you pay?
At least I'll try and pay $2,000. If it's not all of them.
Okay, so at least 2,000.
Yes.
On the 15th. Can you get that paid prior to noon?
Yes, before noon, I'll take care to the office the amount I got.
All right. So I'll adjourn this out May 15, 2026, 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. So if you don't have everything paid off, you need to appear at the court in person. Feel free in the interim to contact Mr. Katz's office and see if something can be worked out. All right? Regarding the balance.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
And I think Willow Ridge versus Honore Washington. I think that's a dismissal.
That was
it.
That's
Is
it.
that it
Have
for
a good
you?
weekend.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Court calls the case of Hamptons of Clover Lane versus Carlos McMahon.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assumption Hart P69542 on behalf of Hamptons of Clover Lane.
Boy, everybody's just appearing. Hello, Ms. Hart.
I thought I'd improve the view for you, Judge.
Yes. All right. Mr. McMath, there you are.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Rent to retain possession, Your Honor, is $4,223.34. Court cost amount of $175. That total redemptive amount being $4,398.34.
All right. And sir, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I know I can pay $2,000 of it by Friday the 15th, by next week. And then if I was given the opportunity to pay off the rest, which includes this month's rent, by the end of the month on the 28th, would be great.
All right. What I'm going to do, sir, is I can adjourn it out 1 week. So I'll adjourn it out to the 15th, 2026 at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Feel free to contact Mr. Cox's office and see whether or not they'll make some arrangement with you in terms of paying it off through the end of the month. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
If it's not all paid off, you need to be here on that date. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hamptons of Clover Lane versus Stephen Richards.
Assumption Hart on behalf of plaintiff.
Stephen Richards, they have not checked in. If you'd like to proceed, raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'd ask for default judgment to enter against Mr. Richards for his failure to appear. Rent to retain possession, $4,380.89. Court costs in the amount of $175. That total redemptive amount being $4,555.89. Judge, this is for possession only. We did not file for a money judgment in this matter with the payer vacate date of May 18th, 2026. To the best of my knowledge, the defendant is not a minor in the military. Otherwise, the capacitated unit was kept fit for its intended purpose and in reasonable repair.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Orchard Grove versus Georgia LeRae, Nicole LeRae, and Robert Rudy.
Assumption Hart on behalf of plaintiff.
All right. They are not here. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Likewise, with these defendants, I'd ask for a default judgment to enter for their failure to appear. Rent to retain possession in this matter, $832.66. Court costing amount of $253. That total redemptive amount being $1,085.66 with a payer vacate date of May 18th, 2026. Judge, this is for possession only. We did not file for a money judgment. To the best of my knowledge, defendants are not minors in the military, otherwise incapacitated. Unit was kept fit for its intended purpose and in reasonable repair.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ issue 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pines of Clover Lane versus Eduardo Handel and Nellie Handel.
Assumption heard on behalf of plaintiff.
Defendant one.
Yes.
Handel. Here he is.
I'm here, sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. All right, what is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Your Honor, rent to retain possession is $3,292.07. Court cost amount of $214. Total redemptive amount, $3,506.07.
All right. And sir, how do you intend on getting that paid?
I paid it already. I submitted my cashier's check today at 9:30 a.m.
Okay, they probably don't have it. So here's what I'm going to do. You said you paid the balance off.
Yeah, I
so
9:30.
okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn it out to May 15, 2026 at 1 p.m. Oh, hold on. I don't have to.
Correct. I apologize, Your Honor. Plaintiff moves for a dismissal in this case, and I'll submit a dismissal accordingly. They did pay the balance this morning, and I did just receive a notification from my property manager. So I will submit a dismissal to the court, Your Honor.
All right. See, this all worked out, sir. Case dismissed.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Welcome. You too.
Thanks.
Redwood Superior Township versus China Green.
Assumption heard, Your Honor, on behalf of plaintiff.
And hello. Hello, Miss Green. All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Rent to retain possession, Your Honor, $5,078.88. Court cost amount of $175. That total redemptive amount is $5,253.88.
All right. Miss Green, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I tried to drop off a certified check earlier this week, but I was told that I can't drop off partial payments. So I do have that amount of $3,300 already. How
much do you have?
$3,300.
And they wouldn't take your money?
No, they said they just don't take partial payments.
Oh, yes, they will. Miss Hart, I'm ordering that they will take that partial payment of $3,300. I don't know why they turn away money. Anyway, all right. So Miss Green, we've taken care of that. So you just need to take that over. If they won't take your money, then I got remedies if they don't want to do that. It's okay. So, and then how are you going to pay the back balance?
And so then I filed for a hardship withdrawal from my retirement fund. And so that's been approved. I'm just waiting for the funds to hit my account.
All right. Do you know what the timing on that might be, or?
They said within 2 weeks it should be.
Okay. You didn't say that like you believed him. No.
You know how things are, you know.
I get it. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn it to May 15, 2026 at 1 p.m. You get that $3,300 over to them. That on the 15th, that's an in-person hearing. So if you don't get it all paid off, you'll need to appear down at the courthouse, and then we'll figure out where we go.
Okay.
All right?
Judge,
yes, thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Judge, I will indicate that to my client about the $3,300 payment. But for the numbers, Your Honor, that would leave a remaining balance of $1,953.88 for Ms. Green's. But Judge, respectfully, we do that just because if they pay the money and they're not able to pay all of it, Judge, it's just, try to help out the tenant.
Yeah, sure. Any business I've ever ran, if somebody's going to pay you money, you just take. If I got to give a refund, I'll give a refund, but I'm taking their money. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that concludes it for the Cox docket. Have a great afternoon. It's good to see you.
All right. And I think I have one more. Pines of Clover Lane versus Moss. That matters dismissed on plaintiff's motion. Ms. Moss is present. Mr. Moss. Where are they?
Did a dismissal, the client or the tenant's paid.
I'm here. Okay. And they're moving to dismiss. You have a problem with that?
Absolutely not, Your Honor. Sorry for wasting your time with this. I should have paid earlier.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're not wasting my time. I'm getting paid.
Okay.
Good. All right. Mr. Moss, you have a great weekend. Ms. Hart,
you as well.
Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate
Thank
it. Have a great day.
Take care. Covington Apartments versus Hussein Sandifer.
Morning, Your Honor. Robert Visconti, P61756 for the plaintiff.
I'm sorry.
Not checked.
All right, Sandifer, they're not here. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand, sir. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, mid court for entry of a default judgment for possession only. Rent to retain in this case is $2,517.84. We have court costs of $173.36 for a total redemptive amount of $2,691.20. Judgment for possession only, please, with a writ to issue after the 18th of May, if not pulled in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Benia Shibuya.
Robert Visconti for the plaintiff.
Thank God, goodness you're here. I messed that name up badly. Ma'am, what's your name?
Anta Dumbuya.
All right, well, I was kind of close. All right, what is the claim?
Your Honor, the total amount that's past due is $1,262.83 for the month of May.
All right. And ma'am, how are you intending on getting that paid?
I plan on paying it on the 15th. The actual initial $1,382.39 for the month of April. I have paid that in full, the initial amount of the complaint. But for May, I plan on paying it on the 15th.
Okay, so you can get this balance. You're telling me you're going to get this balance cleared up by the 15th?
Yes.
Can you do that early in the day?
Yeah, before noon.
Okay. So what I'll indicate that you're going to pay the balance by the 15th. I'll adjourn this out to the 15th, May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m.
Yes, sir.
At 2 p.m. Okay, so get that paid. All right. Get that in there, but Holly's here, so if you get it paid, we'll know whether it's paid or not. All right.
Okay. Would I have to appear again on the 15th?
You don't want to come and see me? You know, I'm taking all this hard when people don't want to come and see me. You don't, if you get everything paid, you don't have to be here, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus Aisha Hakim. Aisha Hakim, not checked in. You may proceed.
Thanks, Judge. Move the court for entry of a default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,592.70. Court costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,770.42. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after May 18th.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Devontae Hughes. Devontae Hughes, no response. You may proceed.
Your Honor, we move for a default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,346.42. Costs are $177.72. Total redemptive amounts $1,524.14. Possession only, please, with a writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Tanya Jimerson. And she's here.
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, Miss Jimerson. How are you?
I'm getting better. I'm sick right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you
gotta
feel
go.
better.
Yes.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim?
So, Your Honor, Ms. Jimerson made a payment of $560 today. That leaves her with a balance inclusive of court costs of $1,505.42 through the month of May.
All right. Ms. Jimerson, how are you going to get the rest of that paid out?
So is the one, so when he said the 1,000, now this for my May rent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've been missing work and I don't have no more PTO and stuff like that. But I know on the 13th when I get paid again, I should be able to, I should have at least 500 to give them. And then 2 weeks from then, for the rest of my
I got
thing.
you.
But I also can, I never used the SCR before, but I can go talk to DHS about that if I need that. I never did that before. So.
All right. Well, let me just give you perspective. You can file for an SCR if that's what you want to do. And how many people are in your house, Ms. Jimerson?
I live by myself.
Okay. So the most that, let's say they approved it, the most that you would be able to get through an SCR would be $410.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So just to keep that in perspective, if you do that, in your paperwork, there's a rental assistance form. You'll need to fill that out, put the tracking number on there, and then get it down to the court by next Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. But what I'll do, you get the 500 by the 15th, get that paid in as early as possible or whenever, because Holly's here, so she'll let us know. Okay. And I'll adjourn this out to May 15, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Got that? All right. And most importantly, feel better. Okay.
Yes, I'm getting there.
All right. Take care.
You too.
Peninsula Place versus Micah Jackson. Micaiah Jackson, I think it's pronounced.
They're here.
They're here. Where are they?
I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. I'm here.
We're having problems hearing you. Miss Jackson, is something blocking your microphone?
I'm trying to speak. I'm trying to turn my camera as well. Just give me 1 second. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I hear her better now, but I don't.
I am so sorry. It was working earlier.
Oh, sure. No, I'm kidding. All right. we'll get through, Miss Jackson. We'll get through, Miss Jackson. Okay, what is plaintiff's claim?
Your Honor, we show a balance of $1,337.42, inclusive of costs through the month of May.
All right. Ms. Jackson, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So I was going to do a payment today. I'm having problems with my payroll, my HR. I work for a group home and it's only been up and running for 3 years. So we're still having problems. Like today I was supposed to get paid earlier. Payroll has still not been sent out. So I will make a payment today and then the remaining balance will be paid by the 15th.
By the 15th?
Yes, before noon.
All right. So let me just ask you this. Let's do it this way since you're having problems with the payroll. What you're telling me is you can get this entire balance paid by the 15th?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to indicate in my file that you'll pay the balance by the 15th. Okay. I'll adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. So get that all paid off. And that's an in-person hearing, but if you have everything paid off and you're sure it's all paid off, I don't need to see you.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Much like today that I can't see.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, Miss Jackson. You take care. Have a great weekend.
Have a good one.
Peninsula Place versus Isabella Hannah. Or Hannah.
Patrick.
Isabel Hannah, not checked in. You may proceed.
Your Honor, the court for entry of a default judgment for possession, rent to retain is $1,282.70. Costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,460.42. Possession only, please, with a writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default. For possession, redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days.
Thank you.
Peninsula Place versus John Robinson. John Robinson, not checked in. You may proceed.
I move the court for a default judgment for possession only. Rent retains $858.24. Costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,035.96. Judgment for possession only, again with a writ date after the 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested. Writ to issue 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Manika. Is it Burbridge? Manika Burbridge. They're not here. You may proceed.
Move the court for default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,522.70. Costs are $177.72 for a total of $1,700.42. Writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Taylor Shayla. Or Shayla Taylor. Excuse me. Oh, there she is. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
All right. What is plaintiff's claim in this case?
Inclusive of court costs, Your Honor, $2,577.16 through the month of May.
All right. Taylor, how are you going to get that paid?
So this morning I logged on and I paid $1,192. I had a cut at my hours at my job, so I got a new job, but I don't get paid again until the 22nd of this month, but I could pay it in full on the 22nd.
Okay. So you paid $11.92 this morning.
Yes.
Was that, I don't know if plaintiff was aware of that and whether or not that's been taken off of the balance or.
I don't believe
I
that
just
has,
did
Your
it,
Honor.
so-
So that would reduce her balance, I believe, to $1,385.16 if my math
All
is
right.
trusted, which it's usually not.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'll do, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to adjourn this out to the 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. Okay. I realize that's for the date that you could pay. You can contact plaintiff and see if they'll arrange something with you to get it paid by then or how we want to proceed on it. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Peninsula Place versus Shatoya Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is that Miss Cooper? She signed back in.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You were just named Motorola. So, but we got you now. Okay. All right. What is the claim?
Inclusive of court costs, Your Honor, $1,109.74 through the month of May.
All right. Cooper, how are you intending on getting that paid?
So right now, I'm supposed to be getting a loan from a family member. Then I ain't gonna lie, I've been out of a job, but I start one Tuesday. So I'm kind of dependent on my family member to help me out with that.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
When did they say when they were going to give you that loan to kind of tie you over?
Well, she says she can give it to me in the next 3 days. But I was gonna try to apply for a loan as well and try to figure it out.
Okay. Have you tried for other assistance like an SCR or called SOS?
Actually, I'm just now looking at the paper and seeing that I'm able to do that. So I am gonna look into that and try to see if I can get help.
Okay. So let's do this then. I won't put down an amount that you're going to pay. Hopefully your family member comes through. But I'll adjourn this out to May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. Okay. If you apply to SOS or do an SCR through DHHS, then make sure there's in your packet, there's a rental assistance form. Fill that out with all that information and any tracking numbers or other identifying information of your application. And file that with the court by next Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then next Wednesday, we'll see how we're going to work this through.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
You too. Court calls the case of Peninsula Place versus Mohammed Aman. Mohammed Aman, not present. You may proceed, sir.
How do I?
The court for default judgment for possession only, rent retains $1,358.98. Court costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,536.70. Again, possession only with writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, and any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Court calls the case of Peninsula Place versus Rosa Gamino. Gamino, no response. You may proceed.
Plaintiff moves for default judgment for possession. Rent to retain is $1,133.22. Court costs are $177.72 for a total redemptive amount of $1,310.94. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after the 18th of May, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Samaya Eatman. Samaya Eatman, not present. You may proceed.
Plaintiff moves for default judgment for possession. Rent retains $1,611.83. Court costs are $177.72. Total redemptive amount $1,789.55. Possession only, please, with the writ to issue after May 18th, if not paid in full.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that's by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested, with the writ to issue in 10 days. Is that it for you? I think it is.
So, Your Honor.
All right. Take care. Are you here this afternoon or no?
I'm not. Holly, are you?
Yes, but Becky is going to
Oh,
be.
Becky's coming out. That's an in-person. Okay. I will not see you, but Holly will. So I guess that's a win.
All right. Take care. Have a good weekend.
Have a good day.
Gordon Scott versus Michelle Mathis. Gordon Scott, Michelle Mathis.
I'm here,
Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'll need cameras.
Cameras. Thank you.
Okay, that didn't do it.
That didn't do it.
Yeah, there's something wrong with your.
Okay.
All right, I've got Miss Mathis. All right. Well, this is how we'll proceed. Sir, what is your claim in this case?
We've asked Ms. Mathis to leave the house over a year ago, and that didn't happen.
All right, Miss Mathis, what's your position on this?
I had a hardship and I moved in with my mother and Mr. Gordon, which is her significant other. They helped me out. I did look and I had hardship with my car. It broke down for 2 months. I didn't work for 2 months at that point. And, yeah, just constantly hardship. Someone just rear-ended my truck and now it's totaled. So I had to get another vehicle. It's constant. And I am looking for a place. I do have a Country Meadows that I was getting into. They do not have any units available until the end, the last week of June, which would have been first week of July. I could move in.
All right. Have you guys tried to work out a move out date?
I asked her to leave a year ago. I assume that this has been plenty of time for her to work out a move out date.
So I'll take that as a no. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out. She's entitled to the adjournment May 15th, 2026 at 2 p.m. That is an in-person hearing, so I'll need to have both of you here on that date, and then we'll figure out how we're going to resolve it.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. A leak. Is it Sadov versus Arnold Sadov?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Alex Sidoff.
All right. Arnold here? Doesn't look like. All right. And sir, this is a termination.
Yes, I'm seeking court order for eviction of the defendant.
All right. Hold on a second. All right. First of all, clarify something. Arnold is who to you?
First degree relative. He's my son.
That's your son? Okay.
Yes.
And okay, sir, the one thing I'm not seeing in the I don't see a notice to quit that would have to be served prior to the court getting jurisdiction of the case.
So I submitted the printout of the text message that I served to Arnold.
I know, but that's not a legal 30-day notice. I have to have the paperwork.
Okay. I will.
And I don't have that.
Yes.
So if you did, so regrettably, sir, if you didn't do that, the court doesn't get statutorily, I can't get jurisdiction over the case and you'll have to start over. I don't have a choice but to dismiss the case if there's no notice to quit.
All right. Well, it's been very difficult to work with Arnold on this. I can serve it to him, but I'm not sure how I can prove it because there's no way you want me to.
Well, sir, if you look at the form, if you indicate that you've served it on him, then you submit that with your paperwork. I just don't have it, so I don't get jurisdiction over the case. So you'll have to start over on it.
Okay, Judge. Can you please repeat the name of the form or what's the title of the form?
If you ask them for a notice to quit for termination of tenancy, I think that's still the name of it. Then the clerks at the courthouse would be able to get that to you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to have to dismiss this case, lack of subject matter jurisdiction.
So I'll need to resubmit everything again.
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Lori Anderson versus Armani Lyman.
Hi, Judge.
Hello, Miss Anderson.
I want, on advice of counsel, I wanted to cancel this matter.
You want to dismiss it?
Yes, sir.
Case is dismissed without prejudice.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it for that block? Yay, we're back on track. Kinda. All right. Court stands in recess. Thank you, FOC. Well, no. All right. All right. This is Melissa Daly. Now, it's just, this isn't one of those. So.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jim McCarroll on behalf of Beal Properties.
Judge Dominic Camden appearing on behalf of Melissa Daly.
All right. Are you appearing on behalf of Hardman?
Those are children, Judge.
Those are children. Gotcha. All right. Where are we on this?
You already come. Judge, was a consent order that was issued maybe a month and a half ago. Client filed paperwork not through my office initially, indicating that she was having some medical issues. I appeared
regarding the move out.
Yeah, plaintiff's counsel understandably was not there because I don't think my client served them, so I'm not taking any issue with that at all. Subsequent to that, the plaintiff's counsel filed an actual writ to evict my client, and the court set it for hearing today. I can tell the court that I got notification from my client of today's hearing. It didn't come directly from the courthouse, which okay. But my client did inform me that she's having a heart procedure this morning that started at about, she had to be at the hospital at 7 a.m. And I did not, she basically had told me she had been waiting for the appointment and there was an appointment that opened, and I instructed my client that she needed to keep her appointment because, with all due respect to this court, her health took precedence, and I'll fill the gap in for her. But her procedure was today.
Okay.
Well, Your Honor, insofar as the appearance here, I certainly have no truck with that. But there was an order that said that the defendants were going to vacate by April 1st. They did not. That order was entered in February. They had a month and a half to effectuate what they were supposed to do, and they continue to occupy the property. My client understandably wants possession of the property, and that's why we're here today.
Do we have any verification that this procedure is taking place?
I have an email, Judge,
from her. But nothing.
I did not ask for any verification from the doctor's office, Judge.
No rent is being paid, right?
Correct. She was a Section 8.
Section 8 been terminated?
It has been terminated, Your Honor. I'm just told by my client that the debt is up to $50,000 at this point. Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, we're going to get into, maybe we need to get into but there's some question about whether it was terminated correctly, who was necessarily caused it to basically be lapsed, which was the basis for the counter complaint that was filed in this case. Essentially, the reason why the parties agreed to dismiss it without prejudice.
So you're indicating you want to raise the initial issues that were subject to the dismissal.
If we could approach.
Yeah. Sure, the procedure that the defendant is undergoing. However, one thing that is stated in there that shed some light for the court is that she indicates to be available next week. I'm not going to adjourn it to next week because I don't know that there's really an issue ultimately that this court is going to come to. So I'm going to issue the writ, but delay its execution and indicate that it can be executed no earlier than the 29th. All right. So that way she's got to the end of the month and she's done. Counsel posed a good question that is to trying to make sure that it's final. I wish a lot of things in my life were final. If somebody comes in and says something, I think I'm obligated to listen, but the intent of the court in doing this is that this is it. It's done. We're one or two ways it's going to happen at the end of this month. Right?
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you. When we locate it, I have to just put on there.
Not prior to the 20th.
Yeah, I have to be actually forever. Real properties versus Lieutenant Patrick. Are these?
Okay, I'll give the file on behalf of Beal Properties.
The first two are, got it. Your name?
Summer brother.
Apple. Your name, sir?
Matata Patrick.
All right. Well, where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the rent to retain is $2,980.32 with costs of $176.32 for a total of $3,162.64. We're asking for a writ date of May 18th.
All right. Anybody? Yes. Your position with this is you can restate it for the record. Your position with this case? Yes. Okay. So what were you going to tell me?
So there's correspondence with the actual homeowner that there's an agreement where we would continue to pay the rent that we've been paying. In addition to the utility bills that I do a utility allowance for, which were done yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then we would continue to seek alternate funding for the back rent, as well as find Mr. Matata a new unit to go to. And then my agency could then, if we couldn't seek an alternate community resource to pay for his back rent or pay a portion of that, we could then pay that entire back rent at that point once he leaves the unit. And that's in correspondence. There's an entire email thread with that the previous attorney should have access to. The one that was here a week ago.
All right. So
That's all I believe the name was.
yeah. So what's really happening is the rent's going to be paid going forward.
It has been for the last 2 months. We've paid 2 payments already of $1,760, plus have done 2 utility allowances for Mr. Matata as well.
So what months would those be?
It was March, and sorry, it was April, and then I just delivered one. Yes, Wednesday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. It was a little late because our printing machine was down. I delivered it to the new address on Michigan Avenue in the Dropbox.
So that payment must not have been taken off of this account. And the only reason, okay, the only reason I'm saying that is because the number claimed owed went up 1 month. But if what you're indicating happened, then it's going to go back to that one figure where I have a static amount of back rent. Okay.
Correct.
All right. No, that's okay. So what are we going to do then on the case? I get that rent's being paid going forward, but I don't know.
And their homeowner, I'm not sure. I assumed there was correspondence with them. He had agreed. He said put it in letterhead, which I attached to the email as he suggested with the terms. So I'm not exactly sure.
Go ahead, Ken.
Your Honor, my client has indicated that what he is willing to accept as a conditional dismissal with the terms that have been laid out before the court.
Okay, I guess I don't have a problem with it, but I don't want to end up as the one thing that I didn't hear is there a date that he's going to move, or has that been resolved?
For alternate housing right now.
Okay, that's going to be right. No, I get it. I guess that's going to be my problem with the conditional dismissal, because there isn't an end.
Well, I would raise the question then, is there a reasonable expectation he'd be out by the end of June? Because we put at the end of June date in there. If not, then we're back to the question you posed, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's realistic under. I mean, I can't force somebody to agree to that date. It sounds to me like the parties are working together so that everything stays static. The one thing that's missing is that end date. And how many people are in his family? Do you know? Is it just him?
Sorry.
Okay. That's going to be, okay. Now I understand. That's going to be the problem, because you got to find a unit for 7.
And the family has no income, so that's been the issue, accumulating late fees, and there have been some fees that have been attached that our grant could not cover. So I've had to find, for the last several years, we've been working with him, community resources to cover these fees. And at this point, we've just ran out of funding for those resources. He's access to the ESG funding through SOS several weeks ago, which was the max at that point. And so we've met that for the year already.
So he's already gone through SOS, got the 3.
Correct. My agency, though, I was confirmed with my supervisor on Thursday. We're getting some additional funding for housing in June. What that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. We could put some of that funding towards that balance at that.
It's coming from the county.
No, sir. I'm not sure what the funding is. If it's
Okay.
grant or.
Gotcha. Okay. No, the other reason I'm asking is because everything is now messed up with funding.
Yeah.
In a big way. So. Let me ask this. If the back balance got paid, are they going to be able to stay or no?
Our client indicates yes, Judge.
Okay.
My grant, unfortunately, we can't pay that back rent until he's out of the unit.
Because nobody wants to make my life easy. Okay.
Then it's my fault.
Client indicates, Judge, if the court is comfortable with putting either a July or an August date to give them more time, we could put that in the conditional dismissal if the court is comfortable with it.
I'd be comfortable with this because we could do that so that there's a conditional dismissal of August, but that there would be no writ without a hearing. I don't, and here's the reason I'm saying that. The issue with what's now happened with funding in this county is my head is still about to explode from a Wednesday morning meeting that I had regarding that. Because the amount of funding lessening as we go into the summer to save people's housing. So normally under the circumstance, we'd be able, quite frankly, if we were in the winter, which is another weird thing, we'd likely be able to find funding to pay this back balance and then move forward. I can tell you right now, it's not going to happen. In particular, if he's already tapped into the resources, it's not going to happen. So I don't have a problem, and I'd appreciate if there was an August date, but that there be a hearing prior to the issuance of that. But as a part of that conditional dismissal, his current monthly rent has to be paid forward so that this amount doesn't get higher.
So that's what we've agreed to.
Okay. Then I don't have a problem if we do an August date, but there'd have to be a hearing. And again, it's just because we're in so much flux. He's got to find a place for 7 people. But I'd be comfortable doing that. Would that work for you, sir? All right.
So we'd have an end date of end of August, and there would by necessity be a hearing prior to the issuance of the writ.
Correct.
Okay. I'll get that drafted and filed.
All right. So I'll mark this conditionally dismissed and then submit the paperwork to me. Sir, I do have to advise you that you're appearing here, you're not represented by counsel. Once you sign on to the conditional order dismissal, and I think it's clear what has to happen. They're going to be paying your rent. Got that? Going forward, so there's no balance. And then they're going to be looking for housing for you, but nothing would happen until August. You understand that? All right. And then should you not have secured housing by August, there would be a hearing before this court before an issuance of the writ. You understand that? Those are the basic terms.
Okay.
All right. And so since you're unrepresented by counsel, once you sign off on that, you have 3 business days from the date of my signature to move this court to set that aside. Believe that there's some confusion on your part, some misrepresentation, something you didn't understand, or some right you didn't assert. Okay, that doesn't mean I would grant it, but you'd have that time frame. Got it? Okay. Thank you, folks. Is that it for you, counsel? Or?
No, Judge, I have one more. This is going to make my head explode.
Okay. Are his? Oh, they are.
They are.
Ram Partner versus Fry. Well, let me just call all 4 because I think we've got an issue. Mika Fry, Naja Brown, Going Robinson, and Raisha Sen. Y'all just come up because I'm going to have a similar one. They can just line up down that side. All right, who do I have here? Your name?
Morning.
Going Robinson. So the one I'm missing is Fry.
Okay, SK, is that? Oh, it's just FAE. This is SK Properties.
Yes. Good morning.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nawal South appearing on behalf of the plaintiff NKSK Properties. And
What? Who are? What counsel? What case do you have? Are you trying to? Is that an appearance you have?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let me see the appearance. You're in the next block.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
I thought that
had me confused.
I was confused. I thought that case had been called. So
okay.
Okay.
So this is Ram Partners versus these individuals, and
I told you this is going to make my head explode, Judge.
all right. So the last time we were here, we had a problem with these properties because these were filed. These are really Arbor One cases, right? And the part that I'm a bit confused about is, so for filing in the name of Beal, then there was some indication sent out that Ram Partners is now the management company.
That is what I understand as well, Judge. So we're going to have to file amended complaints.
Yes, but I don't know what I have amended complaint.
Oh, they've already filed them. Okay, I was told.
Well,
filed.
They filed them. Gonna be here.
Yeah, I have a here for Ram Partners. No, because it was under
Who
Beagle.
are you?
I'm the property manager for the property.
Okay.
I just found out.
What's your name?
An hour ago, Jillian Bailey.
Okay. So here's going to be the problem. In my mind, because I've got to sort this out. The last time we were here, the balances were of such a level, at least on 3 out of the 4, if I'm recalling, that they covered a significant time period. Typically, that might be okay, except that these are really Arbor One cases. Arbor One has, there's significant litigation in our circuit court as well as the federal court. And so I don't know, first of all, whether this management company or whether Arbor One can proceed on these. And that may be part of the problem. The other issue in that is that since some of the amounts were of the nature that they were, even if on X date they could proceed, I'm worried that the back balances were part of something else. And it worried me even more because a new management company came in, so they're going to be looking at the number that they would have. I get that. But they may or may not know that part of that number may have been dealt with or disposed of to the extent that they can proceed. May have been dealt with in the circuit court. I think my head just exploded. I think it just went this Friday.
Misery loves company, Joe.
All right. So that's where we are. I don't know what yours. Go ahead.
Judge, I was brought into this late yesterday afternoon. As you know, Ms. Holm has been handling this. She's on trial today. What I have when I discussed this with her, she said that she's having difficulty accessing the circuit court ROA to get the actual documents that she needs to know whether or not this court has stayed. And I suggested, and I have not had the time because I was on trial yesterday, whether we should talk with the prosecutor and see whether or not they can tell us where their cases are. And so that's my hope, is to sometime next week sit down with Ms. Holm when we're both in the office together, get a strategy together, and maybe contact the prosecuting attorney to find out where their cases are, to tell you whether or not you can go forward on these. Because she has tried, and I know she's been working on this, trying to access the ROA for the circuit court unsuccessfully, to access whatever order there is that tells you essentially whether or not you have the right.
Whether or not these cases can go forward. I will tell you, and just to back up, because I don't know that I told Ms. Holden. After the last hearing, or maybe the one before that, I can't remember. Because there was some confusion on my part, I contacted the other side of that litigation, that being legal services, to try and determine whether or not these folks were well, I was really more focused on the units, because there were some units that didn't have COC, some did, and I don't know when all of that transpired. You want to say something, because you always do. Go ahead, no.
Stating that it was a property management. That's been nice. I moved in. I was moved from the buildings that were not under compliance, and I was moved into a building that also was not under compliance when I moved in. And I have the email stating that when I worked through my rent and everything. And also, I just want to mention.
Well, what time period are you talking about?
This was December 3rd of 2025, and I have the email from the property manager stating that they did not have even temporary certificates at that time. So
In December 2025.
yes, and then I continued to email from there. I continued to email from that point on, and I kind of got ignored, and then so reaching kind of before I came here to court, I made an agreement with Jessica Nice. She said I did not have to pay this balance to avoid the eviction process, and I do have emails and paperwork regarding that. So when I was supposed to leave, I was summoned to court.
Jessica with who? Jeff.
Works with Bill Properties.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me?
It's got a eviction on my record, so I can't go anywhere. So when I do apply,
You're trying to figure out what you can do if you want. I got you.
Stressed out.
And
you're stressed out?
Yeah, I'm 50 years old. I want to be on.
You're not 50. Don't even try. All right. All right. All right. So first of all, quit stressing. Because you stress, then I stress, then things get bad.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Robinson, anything you want to tell me, sir?
I was told the same thing you were.
And okay. And so counsel, just so that, because you weren't part of those other cases, I had about before the case got filed against Harbor One et al., the federal part of that came in. I still had up until sometime last month, initially starting 50 Harbor One cases. Those cases were working themselves through in some way, but then got stopped because of the circuit court matter. At some point, and again, I'm sort of unclear, the circuit court was not preventing this court from going forward on those cases. I was just reluctant because there were global agreements going. What these two are telling me makes sense, okay? Because there were buildings where the certificate of compliance was not there. And I can't tell you off the top of my head which buildings those were at this point. I mean, I could look back at my records. But that rent, at some point, the circuit court ruled, because we had to get rid of escrow that was in our accounts. And at some point, that escrow was given back to the tenants, either in full or at a 50% rate, because they couldn't theoretically charge rent. But the money could have been used for the repairs. And I think Judge Kunke did something along those lines regarding that. We got rid of, ultimately, all cases where there was escrow and got those resolved. Additionally, with that, the cases that were here brought in the name of Harbor One were all dismissed. And so I was, when I found out, because they were filed in the name of Beal, and now they're filed in the name of Ram. Once I found out that it was Harbor One, I think it was Mr. Robinson that told me, he just blurted it out, and I stopped immediately because I didn't know that they could proceed. Okay. And also, counsel, I don't know what date, it was a Tuesday, I think, in April. Counsel, was it Bodman that was representing? They were representing Harbor One. And on the day that we got rid of the last of the cases that were before me, part of that large group, they made no mention, which I think they would have, that there were more Arbor One cases coming.
I could confirm that with Bodman's attorney.
Okay, because I think that may be, certainly you can go to the prosecutor about where things are, but you may want to also go to them as to whether or not, because it may be, and Ram may or may not know that, it may be that they can't at this point proceed on these cases. But if you can, I mean, I don't mind hearing them, but because I like banging my head against the wall. But I don't mind hearing them, but it's just, I just want to make sure everybody's operating in the right way. And I just want to make this clear. I don't doubt what those two are saying. I think, unbeknownst to a lot of people, these balances on some of these things got wiped. And not everybody knows. Because that's what was happening on a number of different cases and units. All right, so what do you want me to do? Because I'm going to go back and rest for a minute.
Well, before you do that, Judge, perhaps we should adjourn.
Yes. How much time?
I've got to coordinate with at least 2 other offices, Judge.
You guys are all still in your units, right? Okay. Why don't you think if I kick them out to the 29th? Just do the last Friday in the month and then figure out where we are. Does that work?
That should work, Judge.
All right. Then I'll adjourn these to May 29th, 2026. Time? 3 p.m. in person. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
You, young lady, you told me the last time you were on Zoom that you were all stressed out. You were giving me a bunch of stuff. All right? Now listen. Just listen to me. All of this is confusing. I get it. It's confusing in some respects to me because there are all these moving pieces. Told me about some of the issues you had. Do not stress out about this, okay? You're not going anywhere. Nothing is going to happen until I say it's going to happen, and I haven't said so. So I do not want you worrying about anything. You hear me? You promise me? I don't care if you worry. Because none of you worry, okay? You guys have a great weekend. Can you make those a man training? Those are going to be the same thing. For sure. They're just. Oh no, this one too. Thank you. That ends that block, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh.